Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Uh-oh. All right, good. I want to make sure y'all can hear me and hear me good. Okay, let me pull up what I was listening to. Okay, listen, y'all, I got the recording and yeah, I'm gonna play it. Is I do have the recording of the things. Let me put my fair use banner up. Let me get all the things together. All right, let's see here. Where can I put it? Fair use. All right. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Done. Let's get that pulled. Red though. All right. What's going on, Faith? What's going on, Mama V? What's going on, Mama B's? What's up? What's up? What's up? Listen, I ain't gonna be here long because y'all, I'm wore out from the Diddy stuff. I promise y'all I'm wore out. But I want to give this a little more attention now that I have a couple of receipts and things to go over. Hey, what's going on, Uncle Jay? What it do? What it do? What it do? Okay, let's see. All right. All right, listen, y'all. So, those of you that know, you know, honey, you know what's going on. If you I did add San Franklin to the thumbnail, and the reason why I added San Franklin, so let me tell you punks something. Let me just go ahead and get this out of the way right now, punks. Okay, punks. I'm talking directly to y'all, punks. Okay, don't come up in my comment section with no foolishness. Okay, because I know how y'all go up for Sam Franklin and some of the rest of them. Punks. Keep it cute. I'm telling you. Because there's another side of me and Damien will wear y'all out. Punks. Stay out my comment section with stupid stuff. And that's just how I feel. Anyway. All right. So let's get into the things of the things. You know, you got to talk to the punks first. Okay. The punks do a lot. They do a lot. They do a whole lot. Okay. All right. So we do have audio. We have audio of some alleged lady telling Jrock what's going on. So just in case you don't know what's going on, we have Bishop Bishop Fred Matthews. I'm sorry. I think I called this man. What I put in this thing? yeah. Oh, I say Bishop Matthews. Okay, I was right. Okay. So we have Bishop Matthews, who is on the right-hand side, and then we have Jrock, who's on the left. Y'all know that the man is a corno star. Recently, he went on King Jai's platform. Before that, he did some lives on his own platform, but he went on the platform to expose the said bishop, okay? And in his exposure of the said bishop, there's a lot of mixing parts in regards to this. And so we're going to put them together, and we're going to get this together, okay? All right, so here's the first thing. We're gonna back up to how he said he knew the bishop, or how he found out that the bishop was a bishop. So Jrock, again, he did an interview and he exposed the bishop and said that he had been screwing the bishop for over a year. All right. He never knew that the bishop was a bishop, or that he was married and that he had children, according to Jrock, or whatever his name is. Jrock, whatever. So he's saying that basically this past Saturday, they were texting on a text now number. They originally met on Jacked. Everybody in here, I'm sure, know what Jacked is. Jacked is a gay hookup site, a hookup app that you can find using people. I be on there just being funny. Child, it's been a long time since I done got a hookup off of Jack. I'm just being all the way one thing. So, you know, people have it, they do whatever they do with it. Hey, Miss Gina. So, he said that they met on Jack. Now, he said that they met on Jack and that the guy used an AI photo that wasn't him, right? And so now he's saying that on Sunday night or Saturday night, I keep getting it mixed up. On Saturday night, he was speaking with him. Somehow he blocked him on Jack, so they were texting on the app, right? The previous time that I guess they met up before that, he painted the man's ping whacker. Okay, if y'all don't know what painted means, just kind of imagine in your head. I'm sure you can figure it out. Okay, I don't think we have to go through a class. I think you guys can figure it out. But anyway, he said that the guy painted on him, and he then told him that you play with my money. He gave him $1,050 for painting on him. But he keeps saying something about a $50. So it made me think. So when the guy painted on you prior to, he paid you $1,050. But you say he shorted you $50. So it's the $1,050 because it's a random $1,050. If your fee is $250 and he paid you $1,050, is that not the $50 that you was missing that you said he played with? I'm just asking questions. So I'm gonna be asking questions and stuff in regards to this. Please mash that like button, y'all. Please mash that like button. Hey Connie, how you doing? Hey Mama. Okay, I was already spoke to Mama V, little baby. What's going on? What's going on, Tennessee girl? So Tennessee girl, let me find out. Is you there? Is you in Nashville? Nah, I'm just kidding. So he said he gave him $1,050. So I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, I never really heard anybody say this, but was the $50 the same $50 that you said he played with you about? Because wasn't the amount $50 that he said he was missing? Okay, so here we are now. Now, he says that he now charges a deposit. You got to pay him a deposit in order to screw him or for him to screw you. You have to pay a deposit. What little baby saying, child? I'm sure I'm going to find more parts where he's playing on my top. You know what? Rembrandt. You know what? I cannot. No, I don't live in Nashville. Oh, okay. I thought you was in the Nashville or the Nashvilles. Okay, so basically, so again, he's saying that this next time he's charging a deposit because the man played with his money. Now, the way that he's talking is that on Saturday night, I guess him and the bishop was planning on meeting up and doing whatever they were going to do, okay? And this was on Sunday night, or on Saturday night. I keep saying Sunday. This was on Saturday night. So in my mind, I'm thinking if you're texting him, asking him, or y'all are trying to meet up, and he specifically tells you that you must pay a deposit in order to meet him, and then you never fall through with the meeting, and then the very next day you see him preaching and you decide to expose him, it tells me that you did not, there was no type of conviction in that. There was no type of conviction in that. What it is that you didn't get an opportunity to meet with him that day. You didn't get your coin, you didn't get your money. And so then once you saw him, and I don't know, another thing too, and again, I'm not, Jrock, I'm gonna just let you know, if you hear any of these videos, I'm not the one to go back and forth with you. You 25 years old, baby, I done been there and done what you doing, which is why I can dissect this. I've been there and done what you doing. So I'm an old hoe. I don't, this doesn't faze me. You can't come talk to me because, see, you messed up already. You messed up with the game. I'm just saying. You messed up the game. So therefore, again, you can't come talk to me about nothing. So don't even try it. And that go for the rest of you punks that will come up in my chat. I'm not the one. Okay? Go over there and mess with King Jobs and the rest of them. I'm not the one. Now, to me, again, it feels like you were unhappy. There was no conviction. Okay? So here's why I have Sam Franklin on the thumbnail. A lot of you who are maybe Tennessee natives, and stuff like that, you may know who Sam Franklin is. So my issue is Sam Franklin told him, she gave him wise counsel because that's his apostle. According to him, he went to her and she told him that this is not the way to do it. Don't do that. She was also on William McRae's channel last night. She called William McRae and told William McRae that she's washing her hands with this young man because this young man just won't stop. And see, what you have to realize is, although you are thinking that you're only exposing the bishop, but you are hurting a lot of people in the process of this. And it's not just this family, because we're going to get to that man's family in just a minute. It's not just the family. Anybody who is acquainted or may be friends or associated with this man in any type of way, you could be messing things up with your spiritual leader. If Sam Franklin is your spiritual leader and she told you not to say anything, that should be what it is. No one is telling you you can't expose the man, but it's the way you're going in which you're doing it. Yes, Sam Franklin is his apostle. Yes, he mentioned that several times. And then last night, I was listening to William McRae, and Sam Franklin called in on the show. She basically said again, you're not listening. And this is how I know you have no sort of conviction. That's one reason why I know you don't have any conviction. Hold on. Again, that's one reason why I know you do not have any conviction, because if you had conviction, you would have listened to what your apostle told you. If your apostle is giving you wise counsel, you're going to do it. Now, to sit up and say to everybody who does not agree with the way that you've come out and exposed this, to sit up and tell everybody, y'all need to mind your own motherfucking business because y'all going up for the pastor and making excuses for the pastor, not holding the pastor accountable, rather than y'all coming up here and discussing the pastor's actions. Y'all want to get y'all coming up and charging me up about it. Sir, one thing is for sure. You can never control the internet in a sense to where you can bring a story to the internet and expect the internet not to have difference of opinions. It's going to happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. What you gonna do? Pop all these people in the middle of their eyes or something? What you gonna do? Nothing. Because the thing about it, at the end of the day, you're 25 years old and you're not willing to listen to older people or people who have been through this stuff before. You're so gung-ho on the fact that you need to expose this man to the fact that you're not understanding that you brought it to the internet. The internet is not going to agree with everything that you do. Look at how the internet is divided literally about everything. The internet is divided about Diddy. The internet is divided about housewives. The internet is divided about these female rappers. The internet is divided about these gospel singers. The internet is divided. So you mean to tell me that you can come on this platform and you would expect for people to just automatically believe and go with what you're saying? I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that on the internet. It just doesn't. Now, and I'm hear me out, because I'm gonna get to the bishop in just a second, because there's no part of me that excuses anything that the bishop is doing, because I see what a lot of y'all are doing. Oh, well, we don't hold the bishop accountable. I'm gonna get to him in just a minute. Now, back to Jrock. So when he was on William McRae's channel the other night and he made this comment, I cringed when he said that he put his babies inside of this man. He told the wife that he put his babies in this man. That was too much. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me school you girls on something really quick. See, now I'm getting ready to get aggravated. Let me school you girls on something real quick. The one thing that you do when you get ready to expose, you come out, you tell the story, you don't name drop. If the person in which you are attempting to expose doesn't do what you want them to do, then there's a different type of way to expose them. But you gotta know how to play the game. And you did not play the game well. And this backfires in your face. It backfires in your face because honestly speaking, and we'll get to the wife in a minute, you're not gaining anything from this, sir. You're not. You're not gaining anything from this. And let me just ask a question to the 45 people that is listening to me right now. Let me ask y'all a question. If y'all think that this pastor actually sits down, what would this do for this young man? If this pastor sits down, what would it do for him specifically? Somebody just drop down in the comment section and let me know. If this man did sit down at the church, what would this do specifically for Jrock? Somebody tell me. So I really want y'all to sound off. Let me know. If this bishop if he sits down, what is it specifically going to do for Jrock if Jrock can continue to get out here and do all of the things that he's doing? What is it going to do? Nothing. Thank you, little baby. A little bit of clout, and not the clout that you really want. It does nothing for you at the end of the day. Because guess what? You get to continue to still live your life. You're talking about you was convicted. You get to still intentionally live your life and do the things that you've been doing. Again, let me get to the pastor because I'm not making excuses for the pastor. Let me get there. All right. Now, him telling the wife that this man wanted me to put my babies in him and all of that stuff. The wife should have never been contacted in that manner. If you were going to contact the wife and you were sincere about contacting the wife, you would have just had a normal conversation with the wife. But according to him, he says, oh, I feel like if I would have told the wife, nothing would have happened. It would have been swept under the rug. No, there's a way that you could have done it after that. If you felt like the wife wasn't doing anything, there's something that you could have done after that. Now, if let's just say that the wife came at him in a certain type of way, right? Let's say that. Then it would be a different story. Then I probably wouldn't care what you have to say to the wife if the wife came at you in a sideways way. I mean, at the end of the day, that's still her husband. But I would understand a little bit more of the shade of the nastiness if that was the case. That wasn't the case here. Was not the case here. So here we have a couple of things. You said you were convicted. You said you saw him preaching on Sunday and you heard his voice and it automatically convicted you and you decided to come out here and expose. That's not conviction. That's not conviction. And I really want these people who are in the church and call themselves ministers, pastors, bishop, prophetess, whatever, to say that is not conviction. That is not conviction. That's you just choosing to expose because you're pissed off about something. It's not conviction. Now, let me keep going. So after he tells the wife this, and again, we're going to play the audio and everything in just a second. We're going to play the audio that we are going to listen to, that this messy woman, I guess, Jrock was the one who actually recorded the woman giving information about the bishop, and we'll listen to that in just a minute. To me, again, I think where we run into this issue is the fact that, sir, I truly believe that you were upset about something. We don't know the conversation that y'all had on Sunday night or Saturday night. I keep saying Sunday. We don't know the conversation that y'all had on Saturday night. But I would want to understand what that conversation was about, because initially, y'all didn't meet up according to you. You didn't see that he was a pastor until the next day. unless you're leaving something out. Now, let's get into the wife. Now, I want y'all to brace yourself for this. Because even when you hear this recording, this is sad. And I'm going to say fair use before I play this recording. I'm also going to say that this platform in no way, shape, or form makes light of anybody's mental health as far as, especially in situations like this. We have no reason to do that. So I do ask that the chat be respectful to the wife's mental health and the things that we are about to hear. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying you can't have your opinion, but I am asking that we have a tidbit of respect for the wife in this instance. My heart goes out to the wife because the wife didn't do anything. And I need you punks to understand that. Stop coming for these folks' wives and children when the act was committed by the person that you're actually going after and not their family. I don't like that, man. I really don't. I really don't. All right. So I'm going to let this play and I'm going to stop and go at the same time. But give me 1 second here. All right. Sorry, y'all. All right. Here we go, child. Let me mash play, child, and let's get into it. And while it's playing, if y'all can let me know if y'all can hear it or not, just put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear it. Can y'all also do me a favor and double tap the screen? It don't cost you a thing to double tap the screen. I'm sure you're here, so just double tap the screen. All right. Hey, Dee Dee, you ain't really missed the juiciest part. I'm getting ready to play this audio. This audio is the juiciest part. Yep, I'm gonna play it. All right, here we go. Like I talked to him on the phone, and I ain't gonna lie, he was crying. So his wife is trying to commit suicide today, and he was come on here. Can y'all hear that? And I don't want to replay it because I think you guys may have heard what the lady just said. Can y'all hear it? It does seem kind of low on my end. Let me see. Okay, y'all can hear it. Okay. If you guys did not just hear what she just said, she said that the wife attempted to unalive herself. I'm just gonna say that. Okay. The wife attempted to unalive herself. Let's keep going. I'm talking how in my granddaughter. Well, honestly, there's nothing else I could do about the sound because this would be how they recorded the sound in the video. Because I got my thing turned all the way up. I mean, all the way up to the sky. Hey, smart cookie. Hey. All right, let's go. So he basically says he wanted me. He got me down. He wanted me down. I'm down. He's like, if he said I was trying to do my life, I did what you told me to do. I was transparent and I told her everything like you told me to do. He said, if he wanted me down, I'm down. He said, nothing more that he can do to me than what happened to me today. He said, I'm down. I'm destroyed. There's nothing that he can do to destroy me other than what he did today, what happened today when I was trying to commit suicide. He said, give me 1 second. Let me see if I play it from this phone if it's louder. Cause it is low on my on this side, but I think the call was recorded really low. Let me see. The church service was at okay. It's a little bit louder here. His administrator, so now he had cheese
to destroy me other than nothing more that he can do to me. Like keep in mind that this is me. And I ain't gonna lie, he was crying. So his wife did try to commit suicide today. And he was, hold on, come on here. I'm jumping hollering at my granddog. So he basically said he got me down, he wanted me down, I'm down. He was like, he said, I was honest with my wife. He said, I did what you told me to do. I was transparent and I told her everything like you told me to do. He said, if he wanted me down, I'm down. He said, nothing more that he can do to me than what happened to me today. He said, I'm down and I'm destroyed. There's nothing that he can do to destroy me other than what he did today, what happened today with my wife trying to commit suicide. He said, had she died, he's like, I could never forgive myself for what I've done to push her to this point. And he said, he's been honest with her. He said, he said, the kids are coming to Nashville for 2 kids because of what she done today. That's why they're coming home. And he said, the part about stepping down at the church, he said that I'm out of breath when I'm off of the field. He said he can't do that because they have no other income at all. He said that's the only income that they have, and she works at the church as his administrator. So if he steps down, they have no income to be homeless. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. So.
And so he said that's the only part. He admitted to her that he admitted to her that it was true. And he said, I'm down. It ain't nothing, anything, if he was out to I'm down. It ain't nothing, anything, if he was out to destroy me, he did it. He said the worst thing, losing the church is not the worst thing that could happen to me. Losing my wife, what she did today is the worst thing that could happen to me. He said, I was honest with her. I did what you told me to do. Be transparent and do not lie. And he said, I know I sent him that video. I tell you, I was recording the video so he could hear directly from you. He was saying that the only thing that is the issue, he don't have no livelihood.
Can I also say something too before I finish this? I do not believe for a second that he did not know this man was a pastor or a bishop, y'all. I just don't believe that, because here's my thing. This man say he been in church, he grew up in Nashville, he know all of these things. And all I'm saying is, how did someone just randomly decide to send you the service to Triumphant Church? And this just so happened to be the bishop who was preaching that day. And this happened to be his church. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you didn't know of that, because again, somebody just randomly, one of your homies just randomly sends you a church, and you say you've been scoring this man all year long, and you love to watch church. You love to watch church. You love to go to church. You love all these things. You never heard about him before. Okay. Just saying. Just asking. That's it.
They're independent church. He said, it was not like AME where I still get a salary or anything like that. Like, I have to. I can't take 4 or 5 weeks off. He said, we barely even have enough money to get by now. And he said, I don't owe him anything. I don't.
Well, no, I don't know where you get 3 times from, Smart Cookie. That's not what he said. He said they met up several times. I don't know where 3 came from. He said they met up several times. 3 was not the number. 3 was not the number. I heard a different number, higher than that one. Just saying. Jrock said only 3 times. That's not what he said with in the video with William McCray the other night. He didn't say 3 times. He said it was a little bit more than that. Ooh. That's what you heard him say in one video? Yeah, I don't believe him. But anyway, let's keep going, child.
I don't know why he would keep going forward. I don't owe him anything. And then he said that the church, he said the police were tuned in on the live. He said how they started getting involved is, he said they reached out to him. He said he has not pressed any charges on him. He said, but I'm just, let me show what he's saying now. And he said that the police reached out to him, and he said that they asked him, did he want to press charges? And he said no. He said how the police came in, was at his church and stuff today. They heard you on the live inviting people, telling them to come to the church, come to the church. We're going over to the church. He said, you said something on the live about I get food stamps. And said that they listened to all of that. He said it was the things that he was saying that was getting it stirred or saying what he was going to do. He said even members were calling, and the members were saying that they were scared, and they called the police because they were listening to the live of you saying y'all was coming to the church. The members were scared. And he said when they asked him if he want to press charges, he said no.
Let me tell you how that has no factor on the police coming to my house today. When we were on live talking about the church service was at we was on live at nighttime. That was a 7 p.m. service that we were talking about. This is the end of the day when we was on live. The charges.
He talking about that live that you did. I think with that guy Jive, King Jive or whatever. He said that they was listening to that live when he was talking about coming to the church, and they were scared.
But the food stamp live was today at 7 p.m. when I said, "Come on, y'all, we finna go to the church." But the whole time I was just joking. I never was going to his church at all. I wouldn't dare.
Yeah, we know that.
Don't nobody know you, sir. Don't nobody know you. Now you talking about, oh, that's not what I was going to do. Don't nobody know that. So yeah, you was on King Jive's page talking about you was going to go up there to that church. You're making things up. You did say that. Indeed. So I wouldn't feel no type of way about them folks calling the police because you did say that. So if they was scared because they didn't know what you were going to do, you shouldn't have been playing about it. Don't nobody know you. All these people know is right now you're so busy trying to expose somebody that's all they know. So you honestly think that if you're online talking about showing up to somebody's church that they not going to be scared, I would have called the police too. Because why? Why are you talking about coming to the church? What you trying to do? You didn't listen to your wise counsel, sir. Can y'all do me a favor and double tap the screen? We have 73 people in the house with only 33 likes. That means we're missing 53 likes. Please double tap the screen or hit the 3 white dots up at the top right hand corner and hit the like button, please. And thank you. Let's keep going, honey. Girl, you see how the people will drop out when you say hit the like button? Is y'all fingers broke? Y'all fingers broke? Or what? What's T? Y'all fingers broke? Oh. I'm just wondering. Yeah, I'm always ask for likes, so I don't give a damn if y'all leave. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right, let's keep going, child. Oh, and also bless the platform. You're here. We're celebrating 15. We're celebrating 15K. If you guys would like to bless the platform, we're doing $15 or anything ending in 15. $5.15, $6.15, whatever. Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
You know how they are. So this is basically what he's saying. He was like, he's not pursuing anything. He's letting everything go. If he just leave me alone, I'll leave him alone. I just want to get my wife and my kids mental back together. And so he said that they have one minor child, and basically she don't want to uproot the child. She's gonna, these 2 years she's gonna stay for the child, and then after that she's leaving. He said that's what she told him earlier before she did what she did.
I don't understand what you basically asking me right now. I don't know what he's asking.
Didn't leave it alone. Didn't the church folks go to the office, go to Jrock's office?
They did.
I didn't get into that. I didn't ask him that. He said it was not him.
Listen, that's not even a factor.
They were so scared. Then why did they go to his office when his office had to call the police on him? I didn't get into that. That part I didn't get.
Well, listen, tell him the answer is absolutely not. We're not. That's literally what I'm pushing for, is to stop pushing stuff under the rug. That's a fool. His wife is not the only effect here. He basically asking me to let him continue to do what he's doing without bothering him.
No, he's not. No, he.
And y'all really want me to honestly think that he was convicted? This woman has literally told him that more than once that his wife tried to take her life. And you mean to tell me that you honestly think that I think that this man is convicted by God? And he never once said, man, I hate that. I hate the wife is like I hate that. He ain't never said none of that. But I'm supposed to sit up here and believe that he feels convicted? Girl, please. And again, sir, you trying to expose someone, the lifestyle that you're living. What is the exposure supposed to do? Yes, you are harming people along the way. This ain't harmed your reputation at all, other than the fact of you coming out here exposing him. What has this done to your reputation? What did it do to your reputation before you realized that this man was a victim? Nothing. I mean, before you know what I'm trying to say. Nothing. Got me talking about victim. Hell, Diddy case got me all over the place, child. But y'all know what I'm trying to say.
He's getting help. That's all I can say.
Oh, absolutely not. No, ma'am.
Huh?
No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know the lady.
What I'm saying is, they basically last night was a negotiation for over 30 minutes for me to keep my mouth shut and shut up. That's what they wanted. It's giving a full case of somebody that's in it for the money. You're in ministry for money. You're not in ministry to get souls saved. You're not in ministry to do real kingdom business. I'm really right now working on the kingdom business. I'm the one doing kingdom business. No shade. Yeah, y'all over there fucking up the church's money for real. Like, that's what's going on. Y'all fucking up the church's money. You got shit going crazy. Y'all be getting more money if y'all could just be real, baby. I bet you they get in there and I want to watch when they take up offering. Hold on, y'all. Let's go there. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's do that. Let's go and see what they be talking about when they take up offering at their church. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the saints. Hallelujah.
Now I feel like you have an obsession with this man. I truly do. I feel like you got an obsession with this man. Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Numbers, all that is in my phone. Let's go to that and see. So I went off the live, I screenshot the messages, and I came back. I'm like, you know what? Gag, I got messages. I didn't go deep into messages. I only scrolled to the very top to see where we started it, which is January of last year or this year, whichever year. And then when I was like, you know what, let's end this live and let me go live on this phone so I can actually read the messages out of this phone. Let's take a shot. I'm like, let me really read the messages out of this phone to you.
Okay, so y'all heard the recording. Yeah, that was the recording. So let me say this. I don't think that this man is going to stop. That's the thing. I don't think he's going to stop. Whether I agree, because I don't agree with any of this in the sense of how he's handling this. I don't agree. I do not agree. I feel like it is very much nasty work, and I don't feel like you were convicted. I don't feel like you feel away, because what you did was, in the process of all of this, you have no remorse on the way that you are treating this man's wife whatsoever. And I think it is absolutely absurd for you to say that you need receipts on the wife's condition and you need receipts on what the wife has been going through. Who the do you think you are? You don't need shit. Why does the wife, and again, y'all done been there and I done this. So you're not talking to somebody who ain't been strategic, who ain't done stuff like this. The wife don't got nothing to do with it, yo. And again, this is why I say I don't see you're not doing any kingdom business, because if you were doing kingdom business, we wouldn't be where we are when it comes to this man's wife. And to the people who gonna say, well, he should have thought about his wife before he was doing what he was doing. I'm gonna get to the bishop in just a minute. I'm solely talking about Jrock right now, because there is not one bit of you who feels for what you've done or what you've said. You don't care. And since when has a sex worker, an OnlyFans content creator, had any morals? Any morals? First of all, y'all don't know who y'all meeting up with on these apps. You don't know if you're meeting up with a, you don't know. So to literally sit up and say, like, you have absolutely no morals. So you're saying that you're doing this for kingdom business and you're exposing for these reasons. It's crazy to me. I already told y'all, I don't mind coming down here and telling y'all a story or two, but I'm not gonna name names. I don't do that. Even when I did my video over in Patreon, I use alias names. I ain't use real names. Not doing that, because that's wrong. I'm gonna give y'all a story. There was a deacon down to the church. Well, actually, he was an assistant pastor down to this church, and this church would bring in about 2,000 people or so a Sunday. And so, of course, they had Sunday school. They had these things. Now, mind you, I willingly started, and I'm just finna be honest with y'all. Ain't no reason for me to sugarcoat nothing. I don't give a damn who's gonna check me about it. There was this pastor that I really was talking to. He was married. He had 2 adult boys, and his wife actually ended up finding out. Now, I wasn't the only person that he was messing with. And mind you, y'all, I ain't have no morals or no goals back then. I didn't care. I didn't care. I did not care. I was young, dumb, stupid. I don't even think I was 21 yet at the time. Yeah, I'm telling my business. So one day, I look on Facebook, honey, and I found out that his wife ends up leaving him. She ends up doing like this video on on Facebook about the fact that this man was sleeping with multiple men, right? And I remember this man asking me, begging me that if I ever felt like exposing him for anything that he's done to me, to please consider his wife. And I in my mind, it went back and forth, and I'm like, why am I considering your wife? This is something that you're doing. But then I thought about it and I said, yo, his wife ain't got nothing to do with it. His wife has absolutely nothing to do with it. His children has absolutely nothing to do with it. This was a choice that he chose to make. So I said that to say this. For those of us that are in this community, and this is the stuff that if you do this stuff, if because what we're not gonna do is act like Jrock is the only person who's out here doing this. What we gotta stop doing is involving these folks' families. In the process of other people exposing other people, they want to bring in folks, aunties, cousins, sisters, brothers, mamas, daddies. And for what? They have absolutely nothing to do with it. Now, it is solely up to the wife what the wife decides to do with the information once you give it to her. If you were going to her, if you were concerned about her in any way. But you brought it to the internet and you brought people in it that have absolutely nothing to do with it. I don't like that. And I'm just being honest with y'all. And I don't know if it's the me getting older, getting mature, me doing things a lot different. I just don't do things like this anymore. And I feel like, I get it, he's 25 years old, but I feel like he's not willing to listen to anybody. Nobody. He's not willing to listen to anybody. And that's going to get him in a lot of trouble. Now, I want to get to the bishop. Bishop, I want to say this to you. Let me say this to you. I think what you should have done to get ahead of this, because I don't really think that there's no way for you to lie your way out of this. I think what you should have done, Bishop, was I think that as soon as this happened, as soon as you started to realize that this story started to pick up legs and grow, you should have hopped up on your social media and done a video. You should have done something. Because what I have to say to you is, I don't feel like you have your family's best interest at heart. And I honestly don't feel like you should be leading God's people. I don't. It's very hypocritical for you guys to sit up in this pulpit and preach on homosexuality only to go do it and to literally repeat the act. Like, those are problems. And those are things that you are going to have to get fixed. And I just wish you would have got ahead of this and stop using these messy people who don't have your best interest at heart to be the messenger. Because that's doing nothing but causing more chaos. You get in there having a middleman and having somebody in between to literally have a conversation about you because you're afraid to lose your church. To me, it's whack. You should have honestly come out here and nipped this in the bud in the first place. And I don't think we'll be where we are now. And I don't know if you talk to anybody, Bishop, to tell you what to do in this situation. But I honestly just feel like now, if the boy ever comes out with any solid receipts as far as like the Airbnb and the text message receipts, the thing about it is we don't have to believe any of his receipts. But the one thing is, if there is a timestamp on that Airbnb footage that goes along with those text messages, sir, it will be said that you are a liar. Now, I know on the recording that the lady said that he admitted it to the wife. And that could be very well why the wife is going through what she's going through, right? But I just think that there was a better way to do this on all sides. I do. And I want to be very clear. I'm all here for these hypocritical people that are in the pulpit, bishops and prophetess and all of these things who are in the pulpit, who groom, they do all of these other things to people. I'm not here for any of that. And I do agree that there are a lot of actions that happen within the church that should be exposed. I do agree with that. I do. But I do think that there is a way to do it. And I also think this too. You can't be mad at the people for feeling a certain type of way about you coming out here and doing it, because the internet is, everybody has an opinion. Everybody is going to feel the way that they feel, and there's nothing you can do. Now, I get what he's saying. He's basically saying, they're saying that the income is about $4,000 a month that he's bringing in, which, sir, $4,000 a month, and you got a wife and a child at home. Okay, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. That ain't none of my business. What I will say though is this right here. I don't understand why and this is for all pastors, bishops, music ministers that are listening to me. Why don't y'all have any income outside of the church? That needs to be a conversation that leaders need to have. There should not be a reason why pastors are only depending on one income. I said it. Because then it makes me wonder, are you financial, like, have you gone through financial literacy? Like, what have you been through exactly? Because to be a bishop, I'm not saying that you can't be a bishop and have money troubles. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I feel like outside of being a pastor, you should have some sort of other income. I would have thought that COVID would have taught y'all that. Like, that part I don't get. I don't get you not having another source of income, because now you're saying, oh, I can't leave the church. I can't leave my members. I can't leave anybody because I'm the only person who's there. I'm the only person who, we're barely making it right now. Sir? I mean, and when you got a wife, I think that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know about that. And you got a wife. Again, I know people may not agree with me on what I'm saying, but for me, Reverend, you may, hopefully this made you go on Indeed or Monsters Jobs or something like that. I'm hoping, because again, I don't know. No, that's not the wife on the thumbnail. That's Sam Franklin. That is Jrock's apostle, Sam Franklin. Who is this texting me from a? Oh, okay, I don't know. Right, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter. I'm gonna tell you, I don't keep no LinkedIn over here, because that's how folks stalk you and stuff, is on that LinkedIn. But Glassdoor, right? You need to get on all of these. Where he get money for Jacked? Where he get money for Jacked? You saying the pastor could get money for being on Jacked? Is that what you saying? Your pastor work. Well, see, here's the thing. I know a lot of old school people who are preachers and stuff like that, apostles and such, and they don't get a salary from the church. They don't. Some really don't. And I can tell you that because, I've worked in those departments in the church, and I do know that there are some people who don't take a salary from the church. But I feel like even if you do take a salary, I feel like if you do take a salary, unless you make money in your sleep, unless you don't have to work, then I don't get it. I have friends that are pastors and work every day. Yeah, a lot of pastors work every day, unless they got it like that. You know what I'm saying? But sir, you got to do something. And this is another thing. Do you have any insurance for your wife to go through what she going through? You see what I'm saying? Y'all see what y'all pick up what I'm putting down? What about how you gonna pay for the resources for your wife to get well? What, right, there's nothing wrong with it. I definitely agree. There's nothing wrong with it. How are you gonna pay for your wife to get well? How are you gonna support your wife in this? And it's not just as easy as you going to see a therapist or you going to one therapy appointment and that's it. She's going to need some intense therapy. And unfortunately, how you going to do this stuff? Like, I don't know, y'all. It's just so many layers. And I said this from day one. I said there's so many layers to pull back on this. Jrock needs to learn a trade instead of being trade. I saw you said that the other day. One is a Kojic pastor. He don't care nothing about his family. Wait, you saying one of your friends don't care nothing about his family? Oh Lord. Oh, somebody commented on a thing. No, this bishop. He not a Kojic bishop. And look at Didi how she done threw the Kojic up in there. The Kojic ain't got nothing to do with this one this time. Kojic ain't got nothing to do with this time. He ain't no Kojic bishop. Sure ain't. He is not no Kojic bishop. He is some other kind of bishop. I don't know. Rinky-dink bishop. I don't know. You know, consecration. You know, he a bishop like Bishop Lamore. You know, Bishop Lamar Whitehead. They're the same type of bishops. My god brother is Kojic. Oh, okay. So you talking about your god brother? You're not talking about this bishop. Okay, got you. Because I was like, oh, he ain't no Kojic bishop. I can't imagine living and believing my life one way, and then this man comes out of nowhere, tells me he puts his babies in my husband, and then my husband confessing after being forced out. I agree. I just mentally, I pray for her. Like, I seriously pray for her mental, because I can only imagine. And again, I think it's the humility in us that sees that. This boy, not one time did he say, oh man, I hate to hear that about his wife, but I'm sorry that she's going through that. I'm going to continue to expose. I mean, he didn't even say that. He didn't say anything. I said the same thing. Why even bring the wife in it? Why? Listen, I'm going to say this. First and foremost, I wouldn't wish any of this on any, again, woman that has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. And I specifically said that earlier. If you had any type of conviction, you would have, number one, listened to your apostle. That's the first thing. And then number two, you would feel some type of way for this wife. You would. Y'all only met. Okay, so according to Smart Cookie, he said they met 3 times, right? If y'all only met 3 times, what is all of this for? So many men are doing this. Dude had no conviction whatsoever. No, he did not. He did not. And again, like I said, this is what makes me different from people like him. I will tell a story, but I will never put out names. There are people who have done me wrong that unfortunately have been pastors, and I still wouldn't get out here and do that. I would not. As a matter of fact, one just crossed me a couple days ago again, and I still wouldn't do this. And I'm not even, to be clear, I'm not even messing with nobody, like, at all. I just happen to know somebody that he's actually messing with, and I was like, hey, I'm been in it and I ain't in it. But I would never do this. Because you hurt people along the way. And Jrock, stop naming these other folks we don't know. You over here naming Tanisha and Khadijah and Keisha and Cannon and Billy Bob and Cheryl and Rebecca and Gladys and Sharina and Shadina and Paulette and Caveat. We don't know those people. Stop name dropping them people. That's dangerous. We don't know them people. And you stay naming them every live you do. Every live you do, you naming people. And we so confused because we don't know who you talking about. I'm gonna use this for instance, and I know some of y'all probably don't like Larry Reed, but I'm just gonna say this. There was a time where Larry Reed was exposed, right? Or where somebody exposed him. And y'all know I'm talking about that other man. He came out here, he got the naming people that didn't deserve none of this. You gotta stop doing it. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Stop including people who do not have anything to do with your mess. In other words, I wouldn't want you naming anybody in my inner circle, especially even if they don't have, even if they are, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Even if they are in my inner circle, don't mention their name. Because the thing is between me and you. This is a dangerous game he's playing. He can get hurt. Sound like somebody else we know on YouTube. Oh. Well, I wonder who that is. I don't know who that is, child. Playing with people's lives and feelings. Yeah, it's dangerous. It is so dangerous. We're literally up here talking about beefing with content creators, and there has been 2 deaths. Literally dealing with people who beef and go back and forth online. The stuff is dangerous. And I get it. People get on here because they want to kiki. They are entertained by mess. They are entertained by people going back and forth, and they're entertained with this type of stuff. But there becomes a time where this stuff is a reality and it's not entertainment. This lady's mental health is real. It's not entertainment. Now, what if we were having a different type of conversation today? Y'all heard the recording? What if we were literally having a different type? I want to yell so bad, but I can't because it's people here. What if we were literally having a breaking news conversation, and y'all know what I'm getting at? It's not entertainment. Dude, you're 25 years old and you need to at some point get somewhere and sit down. You don't know who is capable of doing what. You're young, dumb, and full of cum. Is that what he said he was? A broke down? He said it, not me. Like, I listen. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I agree. He is entertained by this nonsense. He keeps going from platform to platform. And let me also tell y'all something else. He went over there on Bigo, and them people chewed him up over there on Bigo. I don't know if I can find that video because I don't got the video. I think it's on the phone I'm live on. But there was a video. I was scrolling on my Twitter account, and I just happened to be scrolling, and I saw him pop up. And y'all know all of them content creators, them OnlyFans people, they all be girls over there on Bigo, cussing each other out, pulling up at each other's house, fighting each other on camera, doing all kind of crazy stuff. So somebody was on there chewing him up. And of course, he thought he had the upper hand and he didn't want to listen. And the guy started out very calm. He literally asked him, do you think what you're doing is okay? Yeah, I think what I'm doing. And again, he's combative. He isn't willing to listen to anybody. He isn't willing to listen to wise counsel. Again, if your apostle told you to get somewhere and sit your applehead ass down, that's what you should have done. He has to go from platform to platform because he's blocked. Why not one platform he can't come to? Or he could, but I promise you, I promise you, we will be going back and forth. I promise you. And I promise you, you're going to hate me when I get done with you. And I put that on my dead mama's grave. Do you understand me? I would, your kind of people, I don't deal with. It's nasty work. Mental health is something serious, and we don't play them games. Don't. All right, listen. Let's take up a brief offering. It's 7:10. It's 7:10. If you guys would like to bless the platform with $7.10, I'm going to take up a quick offering. Well, at least you know your offering ain't going to me messing with them, baby. When I tell y'all I've been celibate for pretty close to almost, Lord, it feel weird saying this. I've been celibate for almost 3 years now. I've been celibate for almost 3 years now. I ain't stuck my y'all probably like, now you finna give too much info. I ain't stuck my lang in nothing in 3 years. Okay, almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in December. Let me hold out. And if I hold out, I'm trying to hold out. You know what I'm saying? But again, out of all seriousness, this is a lot. I didn't give it to the bishop like I need to. Listen, here's my thing, Smart Cookie. I think that the bishop got enough. I do. I really do. I think the bishop got enough. Because this has to be humiliating. And I've already talked about the bishop. I don't got nothing else for the man. Besides the man needs to sit somewhere and sit his ass down. Okay? He liking to get his bread basket rummaged. Now, him liking to go do what he's doing, you just need to come on out, sir. And he lied. He did lie, especially if talking about he didn't know this man, but then you went up there talking about, oh, well, Uncle Jay said, woo, bless your heart. Listen, Uncle Jay, I had to. I was too much of a whore, a hoe. I was, and I didn't care. Baby, I'd be on Jack right in church, honey. Listen, y'all are talking to somebody who's literally turned his life like in a whole different way. A whole different way. Baby, I'll be sitting up in the church on Jacked, waiting to meet up with somebody either at the church or after church. And see, I think that's why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling with Jrock, because I've been there, I've done that. I've been there and I've done that. I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, Smart Cookie, I'm just keeping it real. I don't ever sugarcoat with my people. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna always keep it real with y'all. And that's just who I was. I wasn't paying attention to nothing else besides finding the next person on Jacked. And so again, you know, I had to literally go. I had to literally go celibate because I was just doing too much. Doing way too much. So, but I feel bad for the next person who gets it. Ooh, I feel bad for him, honey. I feel bad for him if I ever break that or or intentionally be looking for somebody. Oh, oh, thank you so much for the catch app. Thank you, Miss GG. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Gina. That was from earlier, but I did thank her. I'll thank her again. Thank you, Miss Gina. So Matthew Stevenson was glad, was talking about you, laughing my ass off now, but I'm glad you have grown and you're doing what you need to do better. Yeah, like again, yeah, he was talking about me for sure. Again, I've had some very weak moments, but I knew for me that was something I needed to do. Also, back then I used to drink a lot too. Like, okay, y'all, I think I'm back. What the hell was that? Hold on, let me go back around here. It's still buffering. Wait, is it buffering? Let me refresh this. Can y'all hear me? Is it still buffering? I think it's still buffering. Is it? Hold on. Let me see if it's. I think it's still buffering because ain't nobody saying nothing now. Let me see. YouTube. I don't know why it's even doing this. Okay, let me see. But then it ain't got. I see you doing this. Okay, now let's see if y'all can hear me better. Okay, this should do it. What is happening? Okay, now let's see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. That was weird. Bishop, leave my stuff alone, Bishop. Okay, is it doing it? Y'all can hear me better. Yo, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. That was weird. Bishop, leave my stuff. Bishop, I want you to leave my stuff alone, Bishop. Is y'all still buffering? Or not? Y'all still buffering? We was doing good too. We was then doing Gucci, and then here come Bishop messing up the stuff. Anyway, y'all, I'll end it here. Listen. Okay, it's not buffering on this end though. Okay, y'all say it's not buffering. Ooh, child. Well, let me hurry up and say what I need to say, and then I can get off here. Again, I just think that all of this stuff is nasty work. I don't think that Jrock dude is gonna stop anytime soon. I think this is gonna be a continuous thing for him. But we shall see, y'all. We honestly shall see. All right, we shall see. But with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one right here so it won't come back talking about is buffering and stuff, child. All right. Again, if y'all would like to bless the platform, we're doing $15 for 15K. If you can't do $15, just we ask that your seed ends in $5. All right, we ask that your seed ends in $5. But with that being said, I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful evening ahead. I'm sure I'll be live at some point tomorrow. But with that being said, y'all have a good day. All right, and I will talk to you all later. Peace, y'all.